Hey there, and welcome to the Vocab Architect. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to crack a code. We're going to give you the keys to unlock a whole family of really powerful words. Words that describe how we see ourselves and, well, everyone else. So let me ask you, are you selfish, selfless, something in between? We throw these words around all the time, right? But do we really know what's going on under the hood? What makes them tick? Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to be a total pro. All right, so let's get right to it. Here are the keys: self and other. You know, the secret to building a massive vocabulary isn't about memorizing a dictionary. Nope. It's about knowing the simple, ancient building blocks. And today, we're unlocking two of the biggest ones. And here they are, our two master keys for today. On one side, you've got ego. It's just a Latin word for I or self. Pretty simple. And on the other side, we have alter, which is Latin for other. That's it. These two little words, they're the foundation for everything we're going to talk about. It's kind of crazy how much they unlock. Okay, first up, let's jump into the world of ego. This is where we get all those words that are, well, all about me, the self. All right, let's start with a classic mix-up, egoist versus egotist. They sound almost the same, right? But here's a super simple trick to remember the difference. See that extra T in egotist? Just think, T is for talk, and egoist is someone who is totally self-absorbed. But an egotist, they're the one who can't stop talking about how great they are. Easy, right? And of course, both of those words spring from the root word itself, ego. So what is your ego? It's just your concept of yourself. It's your sense of identity, your self-esteem, that little voice inside that says, this is who I am. And you hear it all the time in sentences just like this. If someone says, my ego is bruised, what do they mean? They mean their sense of self-worth took a hit. It's that feeling of being knocked down a peg. Okay, let's crank it up a notch. If an egoist is self-absorbed, an egocentric person is, well, an extreme version. The clue is right there in the word, ego-centric. They literally believe they're the center of the universe. We all know someone like this, and yeah, they can be, let's just say, a little tough to be around. And then we get to the final boss of self-words, the egomaniac. This is where things get serious. The mania part means madness or obsession. So an egomaniac is someone whose self-love has crossed the line into a dangerous, unhealthy obsession. The adjective form is egomaniacal. It's a mouthful. Egomaniacal. So you see, it's all a spectrum. You start with the egoist, who's maybe a little obnoxious. Then you move to the egocentric person, who can be totally intolerable. But you end up with the egomaniac. And that's when it gets dangerous. Even a little bit mad. Okay, let's switch gears. We're done with self for now. It's time to pick up our second key, alter. This one is all about the other, and it unlocks a whole new world of words about how we connect with everyone else. And we're going to start with a really beautiful word, altruism. If egoism is all about me, altruism is all about you. It's the philosophy of putting the well-being of others before your own. So an altruistic act is the polar opposite of an egoistic one. Now, let's look at some words you already use every day. When you alternate between two things, what are you doing? You take one, then you take the other. And an alternative, well, that's just an other choice. See? Once you know alter means other, these words basically define themselves. It's like having a superpower. And it keeps going. What's an alteration? It's just a change. You're making something into something other than what it was. When you get your clothes altered, they're being changed into something other. It's that simple. Now this one's a little spicier, an altercation. This isn't just a friendly disagreement. It's a full-blown, heated argument. And why? Because you and the other person have completely other ideas, other opinions. That clash of otherness is what makes it an altercation. And check this out. This is where our two master keys come together in one awesome word. Alter ego. What is it? It's your other self. You've got alter for other and ego for self. It could be your best friend who's just like you, or even a secret identity like a superhero. Your other self. How cool is that? Okay, you've learned the code, you have the keys, now it's time to put that new knowledge to the test. Let's do a super quick quiz. Question number 1. Is rejection usually a blow to one's ego? Yes or no? Absolutely yes. Rejection is a direct hit to your sense of self, to your ego. All right, next up, question 2. Does an alternative allow you some freedom of choice? What do you think? You bet it does. The answer is yes. An alternative is an other choice, which is the whole point of freedom of choice. And for our last question, is your alter ego usually quite similar to yourself? Remember what it means, your other self. So the answer is a huge yes. They're like your mirror image. And you did it! Fantastic job! You've just mastered a whole bunch of words just by learning 2 simple little roots. How awesome is that? Hey, if you enjoyed this and learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. And definitely subscribe so you don't miss the next session from the Vocab Architect. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.